Hello, my name's Mitch and I'm from Slingshot, and today I'm going to walk you through how to make a slingshot in our Create Content Management system. So it's dead simple to make a slingshot. You start by hovering over the Slingshots tab here and you select the new slingshot. The first thing you'll need to do is to agree to the cookie policy. This basically says that anywhere that you put a slingshot is compliant with the new 2003 EU Privacy Directive, also known as the cookie law. Something you should be aware of, and something that you should adhere to at all times. There's two options when generating a slingshot. You can choose a button, which is just an HTML button, can be placed on any web content, or there is a QR code. And with a QR code you have a piece of artwork that you'll upload that goes into a mobile ready page, and the slingshot is in the button format, but at the top it also generates the QR code for you. For the case of this demo, I'm going to show you how to make a slingshot button, but the process is almost identical. So I selected button, I click next, and the first thing I need to do is give this a name. So I'm going to give this video test and a description. Video test, Mitch. Now it's very important that you actually be as descriptive as you can with these. This is a test, so it's not quite as important, but these are for your reference as well, so you know which slingshot is which. We don't know, so you need to make sure that is as descriptive as possible. If you put sort of strawberry website, that's sort of no good. That might be okay for a button name, but then if you've got two strawberry websites, you need to be able to differentiate between the two. You have two design options when it comes to slingshot buttons. You have a horizontal, which is here, which is 350 pixels wide, and you have a vertical, which is 150 pixels wide. The vertical is better for things like Facebook, which has a smaller tab format, and also just for more centrally weighted websites. For this demo, I'm going to do a horizontal, and then I click next. Now here's the really exciting part. So this is actually loading the slingshot with the products that you want. Very simple. What we do is we put in the actual product that we're looking for. So for this I'm going to put in Doritos, and that will now run a search of all the products that we have in our database that match Doritos for each retailer. So as you can see that it's come up with all the separate retailers and how many products are actually in each. Now each retailer inside Slingshot is treated independently. That's very important, particularly for product SKU differentiation. So if you are Stella Artois, for example, their Pear Cidre product is only available in bottles in Ocado, but it's only available in cans in Asda. So you don't really want to have a slingshot saying that, oh, this product's not available just because the bottles are not available in that retailer. So you can make a slingshot that actually sends slightly different product variations but the same sort of overall product. Because the retailers are treated independently as well, you can do recipe lists based on own brand products. So if you make a recipe list with some Tesco own brand products in them, obviously you can't send those to Sainsbury's or Asda, but what we do is we treat Asda separately, so we can also make them with Asda own brand for Asda shoppers. Another reason we do this is for promotions. So if I've got a bog off running in Tesco, I can actually set that slingshot for the duration of the promotional offer to send two products to Tesco shoppers basket, but only one to Waitrose, Ocado, Asda, Sainsbury's, etc. And we'll show you that now. So to load the slingshot, I'm going to start with Tesco, so I click Tesco, and I'm going to pick some 225 gram cool original Doritos. So I click that. As you can see, this has gone into my sort of loading bay on the left, and that has a little Tesco logo to say that's what's actually being sent to Tesco. So I'm just going to do that and put one in for each. So I've sent that to Waitrose, Ocado, this is going to Asda shoppers, 225 Cool Original, and we'll do Sainsbury's as well, so Doritos Cool Original 225. Now, as I said, if it's in bog off on Tesco, for example, you can obviously tab between these two to see what's in each of the baskets at this time being. So if we want to send two to Tesco, we can click like that, and it will now send two items to that Tesco basket, but it will send one to Waitrose, one to Ocado, Asda, etc. Which is really great. But say we want to actually add more than one product in here, say that we actually want to send some Doritos and dip. We can do that as well. So we can go back here to our Tesco tab, and we can look through and go, right, let's add some mild salsa in there as well, and that's now going to add both products at the same time, and we can do that with each of the retailers. And it's going to add mild salsa and cool original now to anyone who clicks this button. So I'm just going to drop this back down to 1 for cool original, and just go through and sense check it. Okay, that's fine. We can go next, and it will give you a confirmation of what's actually being sent to that basket right here, right there. So I'm happy with all that. I can go create that slingshot, and that has now created this slingshot on the left here. So I can click this button and those 2 products will be added to my Tesco basket, ready for when I come to shop next. All I need to do is copy this embed code and paste it wherever I need it in my website. It really is that easy. You can now manage your slingshots by going over the slingshot tab again and manage slingshots. As you can see, it's fallen into this grid here. This is one I made earlier. And you can manage them from here, and you can view your embed code again, or you can actually edit the slingshot entirely. So even after the slingshot's been placed, it's still in your Facebook page or your website, you can actually go through and change it. So it does mean you can make a slingshot for a promotion. So it might add 2 products to a basket, and then when that promotion ends, you can come in here and you can drop it back down to 1 at any point, and it'll update dynamically without you having to do anything. So that is how to create a slingshot. Thank you for your time.